So the in the audit framework, you want to know who accessed your data within your own department and who accessed your data other than your department and how frequent are my data getting accessed and what are my dark data sets, what are the data sets that nobody, even though it has a business purpose, you brought into the platform that nobody uses. How many reports are being generated using my data and how many read and modify requests I have for my data. And then is there any denied data requests that are happening? And how is my data growth look like? This audit framework actually gives you the capability to understand how much value that people are deriving from your data set. So if someone is actually, for example, if sales is actually utilizing a lot of data from marketing department, then if marketing department has this dashboard where it actually shows you um, who actually access their data from their department from sales from sales, it actually gives them an understanding of how much value that the sales department is deriving from that marketing data. So which is which gives them to talk to the salespeople to understand what's the whole value chain. So Mapr actually provides auditing out of the box. So whatever that's in the audit framework can be implemented with Mapr technology, which comes out of the box. So, so the typical dashboard you can build is what are my top data sets, a list of top users which can be categorized. You can monitor the data growth per each tenancy, per each volume, a list of non-active users, list of active users, and much more. You can actually build everything. I'm just going to show you a sample report where you can actually see the user activity in terms of, for example, Mark and Jenny are are, are the users that are using apart from EC2 and Mapr. So this can be tailored to an each and individual department in your multi-tenancy environment. And if you look at it, who is actually accessing my files? Health, there is a sample text, and then you can actually look it up. Or Mark is actually doing a lot of operations in this health um, volume. So the most of the process that you have to do is you have to completely automate a lot of ETL processes that you do. In this example, I'm trying to bring in data from SQL Server using stream sets and then pumping into map RFS and then producing some reports. So this whole process can be completely automated. And then you can actually have Uzi to actually schedule this whole data pipeline or a data workflow. So what are the value additions in terms of this EDM and then implementing this technology? So you have zero manual hours in terms of producing all your report, since most of the business process is completely streamlined, which means they're completely standard. If something is standard, then you can absolutely it's repeatable. It's repeatable, which means it can be completely automated. Then you drive your productivity and efficiency in the workplace. And then you have your strong data governance in place, which means when you're sharing data with some other business unit or some other department, you're not actually physically copying the data. You're actually enabling the true sharing environment where actually they see your data and then they manipulate your data, but you have the control over the data itself as a data custodian, which is fantastic. And then you enable people to do data analytics in terms of visualization, and then that talks about your machine learning algorithms and the newer AI technologies. One of the things you're enabling in the big data platform is that most of the businesses they have a lot of legacy systems that actually captures that actually shows the current data, the current valid data. It never actually stores the longitudinal snapshot of data. But once you automate in terms of bringing the data into the data lake, then you're pretty much capturing all the data longitudinally, then you can, which enables the business to do some longitudinal trend analysis. And then the other big thing is if you're pushing data into the open data portal, that's fantastic because you can actually automate that process from the data lake platform itself. So here are the few tips if you're going to build a data lake platform. Make sure you have the EDM first. Absolutely. Have a framework that actually guides you. So the first tip is focus on the user growth, not on the data growth. The data growth will occur, obviously. If you have terabytes of data and only 10, and you invest a lot of money in your platform, and if only 10 data scientists and few data analysts are accessing, that's you're not deriving much value out of that. You have to democratize the data access, which means focus on the user growth. Even if you have few hundred MB megabytes of data in your data lake, make sure you have thousands of users actually accessing that data, which means they're deriving value out of the data. So one of the good things I found in the platform is that it enables, so you have to share data using APIs. And the other thing is you have to breathe, walk, talk, agile. If you want to do some data analytics project, you have to be agile and then try to automate as much as process you have. And thank you very much.